Well, we got an answer to the question that we all wanted to know all week, but deep down, we really knew. The question was, does Dennis Allen have it in him to flip the script, to change the narrative, to prove that he can lead this team to success? And the answer is absolutely not, because my God, did he get flat out coached. Sean McVay coached circles around Dennis Allen tonight. He schemed him into no man's land. And this was without a doubt the biggest game of Dennis Allen's career. Like, it's not even debatable. And his team came out on primetime national television and got absolutely demolished. Like, it was embarrassing the way that this team performed in a game, a must win game, right? You're 7-7 on the season, had an incredibly easy schedule, but somehow you're 7-7. Like, the Saints needed this one, man. Dennis Allen needed this one, and he had a chance, man. Dennis Allen had a chance, and he just don't have it in him. It's not who he is. He is not a good head football coach. He's proven it time and time again. I don't know what more this front office needs to see to make a change. I don't think they'll make a change at the end of the season. I hope they do, but I don't see it happening. Like I said, completely outcoached in the biggest game of his career. And Dennis Allen last week against the Giants, after beating the mighty football Giants, you came to the podium all sassy and you looked the media in the eyes and you said, "You got any questions about the quarterback this week? Because I thought he played pretty well." Maybe Dennis saved that type of energy if you or your quarterback can actually beat a winning football team or a decent football team. Not after you beat the Giants, bud. And look, this loss tonight, I'm not blaming it on Derek Carr. He played, he had a nasty interception, but other than that, nah. This is on the head guy. This is on the head honcho. This is on Dennis Allen, because at the end of the day, Dennis Allen is responsible for this football team. He's the boss. He's everybody's boss. He's all the coaches' bosses. This is Dennis Allen's responsibility. Dennis Allen has somehow managed to turn 15 years of winning football culture and completely flush it down the toilet in less than 2 seasons. The Superdome, for an example, is a place that teams used to hate to come and play. Opposing offenses used to hate to come and play there. Why? Because the fans would pack the place out. The place would be rowdy. It would be full. It would be, extremely loud, obviously. Now it's just another away game for teams. Now teams don't care. It's just, oh, we got to play New Orleans this week. Cool. They don't care. Dennis Allen, what you have done to the Saints organization is an absolute travesty, man. And this game was a prime example of why some of us didn't want to get excited after beating the Carolina Panthers and the New York Giants, because we know that beating these crappy teams does nothing but delay the inevitable, and the inevitable is obviously firing Dennis Allen. So let's talk about this game for a second. First off, Jimmy Graham, where was Jimmy Graham? Jimmy Graham has done nothing but make big catches over the last few weeks on third downs and touchdowns. Where was he tonight? The Saints had plenty of big third downs. The Saints had plenty of big fourth downs. I didn't see Jimmy Graham. This coaching staff is just pure idiotic. Um, like, the score was 30 to what, 22. The game was not that close. Let's not kid ourselves. Don't kid yourselves. This was an absolute butt whooping. The Rams could have scored at the end. They missed a field. I mean, the game wasn't close, period. And Derek Carr, ask any Raiders fan. They'll tell you Derek Carr did this so many times during his freaking career, where he's getting blown out, but somehow that he managed to pull the game close late, but still lose. Derek Carr made a living off of this, right? Garbage, empty stats. Um, and look, you know, the team, people will say, "Oh, at least the team didn't give up. They fought back. They have pride. They fought for this coaching staff." Well, no, number one, they're playing and they're fighting back for themselves and each other, not this coaching staff. And number two, so what? Like, they can fight back all they want, but if it don't end up in, an occasional win, who cares? Right? Like, yeah, it's cool. Have pride in your team and who you play for and yourself, but fighting back and showing heart and playing for the coaching staff means nothing if you don't end up winning some of these football games, right? Like, it's meaningless. You can fight back all you want, but at the end of the day, you're still losers. Defensive line, atrocious, right? They're running back at over 5 yards per carry. It's been a weak point all year for the Saints. Puka Nakua, 164 yards. I mean, there were guys, like I said, so freaking open with nobody within 15 yards of him. Dennis Allen, I'm going to repeat it again because I cannot emphasize it enough, got out coached so badly in the biggest game of his football career. Another thing, shout out to JT Gray for blocking that punt, for giving the Saints, a slimmer of hope at the end there. And they go down after that block punt, score a touchdown, score a 2-point conversion on a beautiful throw and catch from Cardo Olave. And then the coaching staff does it again. They kick an onside kick. Why are you kicking an onside kick? An onside kick is one of the lowest percentage plays in all of football. You do that, you're almost ensuring that the Rams get the ball in their own territory, right? Putting them on the cusp of field goal range, thus giving them the opportunity to add 3 points and therefore make it a 2-score game just like that again, essentially negating the touchdown and 2-point conversion you just got. Now, it didn't matter anyway because the Rams ran the clock out because the Saints can't tackle on defense, but you can't kick an onside kick there. I don't care if you don't have any timeouts left. There was enough time on the clock to kick deep, pray to God you get a stop, and make them punt from their own territory, and hopefully you end up in decent field position when you get the ball back. Another putrid choice by a disgustingly bad coaching staff, again led by Dennis Allen, Mr. 22 wins and 46 losses himself. So Dennis Allen is now 1-13 against teams that have a winning record, or that have a winning record at the time that we play them. That one win came against a Gardner Minshew led Eagles team last year. If you're Mickey Loomis, if you are Gail Benson, how can you truly feel like Dennis Allen is the guy for this job when there are teams in the National Football League being led by coaches like Kyle Shanahan, Sean McVay, who just busted you up on national TV, Sean McDermott, D'Amico Ryans, who has completely turned around the Texans organization in less than 1 year. I mean, Dan Campbell, who you had in the building for years. And I could go on and on and on naming these coaches. How can you truly feel like Dennis Allen is the man for this job? Do you really feel like there's no other better options out there? And I want to throw this stat out there to end this video. Mike McDaniel has not even finished his second year as a head coach yet, but he has 3 less career wins than Dennis Allen in 36 less games. Think about that, and I'm going to repeat it. Mike McDaniel has 3 less wins than Dennis Allen as a head coach in 36 less games. Appreciate you guys watching. Peace.